In this video, we'll see what the sensitivity analysis is about. Before we go over the sensitivity analysis, let's remember the variables we use in the Winterglass company case. We use parameters with the letters A, B, and C. C for the profit, B for the available hours, and A for the restrictions. This is C, profits per batch, B, available hours, and parameters with letter A are restrictions. We also use decision variables. We use the letter X and the letter Z for the total profit. So we're going to be working specifically moving or changing coefficients, specifically those with the letter Z. Our profit per batch for doors or windows. And we want to understand what happens with the production rates. Excel has three sensitivity analysis: individual changes, using the solver table, and Excel sensitivity reports. Okay, regarding individual changes in the model, here what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working different values for CI. Okay, so here we have the original case C1, it's equal 3000, and our production rates are 2 and 6. Now we change the value, we go down to 2000, and if we see production rates didn't change. Now we go up to 5000, and production rates also didn't change, although when we give an input of 10,000, production rates went up 4 and 3, the other one went down. Now we're producing 2 more batches of doors. Now this means that the rate change occurs between 5 and 10, but we don't exactly know where this happens. The only inconvenience of these individual changes is that every time we do a change, we must run solver again. The second option is what we call the solver table. This is more or less like the ones that we run decision variables, decision models that we did a table for 2 variables for 1 variable. Here we can do it for 1 or 2 way. The solver one-way table, here what we're going to be doing is it appears a table where we're going to be adding information. We got to say which variable we're going to be changing. That means it's cell C4. We're going to give the name of PD, profit doors. It's going to change from 0 to 15,000 in steps of 1,000. And where do we want the output? Okay, the results that we get are in this table. Okay, so we change here the values for the profit per batch per door, and what we got are the production rates of doors and windows. Here we can see by the graph that the change is not only between 5 and 10,000. We can be more specific. The change between the production rates are between 7 and 8,000. Okay. For the solver two-way table, it's more or less the same as the one-way table. And here we're got to do the input for the 2 variables. Here in this case, one is going to be C4, the profit per batch for doors, and D4, the profit per batch per windows. In both cases, we got to say the range we want to run. Here the name we're giving it's PD, and here the range it's PW. And we also got to say where it's going to be the output. Okay, so if you see here we got for 5,000 and 3,000. These are the windows, and these are the doors profit. Here we got what would be PD, and this is PW. Okay, running this tool solver way, let us make this kind of graph, but we're not going to go through it. It's just for example. Finally, what we got also here in Excel, since it's the Excel sensitivity report, this one, it's better than the other two options, okay? So here what we got, it's row number 9 and row number 10. The first one, it's explaining us information regarding batches produced doors. Now what we got here is our original figure is 3,000. That was a profit per batch for the doors. And here we can add 3,000 times 4,500, we'll get 7,500. And also 3,000 minus 3,000 give us 0. So this is a range where the batches produced doors can move between 0 and 7,500 without changing this final value for the exchange rates of doors. Also, same for the batches produced windows. We started with 5,000. So if we subtract 2,000, we're going to get, if we subtract 3,000, we're going to get 2,000. But if we add infinite, this number, it's infinite for Excel, we're going to have an infinite number. So that means that the profit per batch for Windows, that's C2, can be moving between 2,000 and infinite, and this number will not change the 6 batches produced per Windows. Regarding the information that we got here in the bottom, these 3 rows are regarding the value of the available hours, okay? So we're going to be doing the same mechanism. It's 4 times minus 2, give us 2, 12 minus 6, give us 6, 18 minus 6, give us 12. And then we got 4 times infinite, give us infinite, 12 plus 6 give us 18, and 18 plus 6 give us 24. Okay, so how do we understand this information? For the first case, for plant number 1, the hours available can be moving between 2 and infinite, and what we're going to be getting, it's a benefit of 1,000 in the profit. For the second case, between 6 and 18, each time we move 1 unit, the benefit we get directly in the profit, it's of 15,000. And for the third option, B3, between 12 and 24, for each unit, we're going to get 1,000. So here, the most important option is to say, if we're going to look forward for extra available hours, we should go for plant 2, okay? And because here we're going to get the enhancing part of the profit. I just finally want to mention that most of the information from this video comes from Chapter 6, Sensitivity Analysis, of the book Introduction to Operation Research from Frederick Hiller and Gerald Liverman. Thank you.